This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Right, there's an article here, and I shall put it in the description box as always for you guys to go have a read, where Vitali Klitschko has said how he came close to ripping off Anthony Joshua's head. And this goes back to April 2017, right after Anthony Joshua defeated Wladimir Klitschko. And as a lot of you guys will remember, right after the fight, Joshua and Vitali were exchanging words. Not too sure what it was that Vitali said to him, but I think it was something along the lines of the fact that AJ was disrespecting Wladimir Klitschko in the very last round when he had him teed off, and then when the referee stopped it, he laughed at Klitschko. And I think that's what Vitali Klitschko was then having a go at Joshua about. But also, he was saying, but because he beat my brother, I wanted to tear his head off. And this article here, Vitali Klitschko has said this: I had a great desire to get in the ring after the bout between Wladimir and Anthony Joshua. There was a desire to tear off Anthony's head. In fact, in the career of the Klitschko brothers, there was such an interesting component. I once lost to Chris Bird. I was injured, but Wladimir, in the next fight, went against Chris and took revenge for his brother by knocking him out. Then Wladimir lost the fight to Corey Sanders, and then the elder brother came out and knocked him out and took revenge for him. Now, I had no such opportunity, although the desire was great to rip off Anthony Joshua's head. There is a desire, but opportunities no longer allow. So that is Vitali Klitschko's statement. So what he's saying is, and he is right in what he says there, that if one of them lost, then the other brother would avenge. I think the only time that didn't really happen was when Lennox Lewis defeated Vitali and then retired. So therefore, Wladimir couldn't try and get revenge for his brother, all that kind of thing. So listen, it's just a brotherly bond, isn't it? So Vitali Klitschko, he wanted revenge for his brother, but when he's talking about opportunities, he was the mayor of Kiev, so he couldn't just put that on hold and then get in the ring with Joshua. It just couldn't happen. Now, personally, I would love to see that fight. I think that would be a pretty good fight. Vitali Klitschko has never even hit the canvas before. He did as an amateur in kickboxing. A lot of us guys have seen him. He got kicked in the head and he went down. But as a pro boxer, never went down or officially went down. You could probably argue that on a couple of occasions he did kind of go down, but the referee deemed him as no knockdowns. But I would love to have seen that fight, but of course, had that fight happened, we know that the Wildettes would have come out and said that Vitali Klitschko was old and this, that, and the other. Bearing in mind, Vitali Klitschko is the guy that Deontay Wilder avoided. He waited for Vitali Klitschko to retire and vacate his WBC belt before he actually went after it. So for me, I would love to see that fight. Even now, I'll be up for watching it, to be honest with you. And if Vitali Klitschko did want to make a comeback, I'll probably pick him to beat Wilder, to be fair. But listen, it's probably never going to happen. But, you know, we can all live in fantasy worlds, or maybe it's a case of he's too old now. But he does train daily, along with Wladimir. They still do sparring and all that kind of thing. But, of course, he has more important matters in the world, being the mayor of Ukraine and trying to sort out whatever's going on over there. But yeah, I fully understand why Vitali would want to get in there and avenge him. And for those of you out there as well, if your brother or your sister has ever been beaten up in a fight or something, you want to go out there and look for them. And that's pretty much what Vitali is saying. So anyway, article in the description box. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.